at my sleeve. I do believe it's Christmas. It's cold outside, but I'm warm within, 'cause Christmas time is here.
It was sometime in late November that I started prepping for Christmas. I headed over to my parents' Victorian home with my sisters and begun foraging for garlands and a special wreath-making get-together from their long, winding, wild drive, still boasting remnants from when it was a much larger Victorian estate.
Stung myself there, and then on some
The plan was to forage for as much as I could before placing an order with a nursery for some other staples, so that my sisters, mum and I could all gather at the Bluestone Villa for our annual wreath-making tradition. I was especially excited as it would be the first I'd host, and I was planning something special. And just a week later, on the cusp of December, I had emptied the moss upon the table, laid rings and garden wire in everyone's places, and blueberry muffins were baking in the oven in anticipation of their arrival.
You don't like things is it behind you where the little stall is?
Yeah, it does look more like a star though, I think.
I want some of that. No.
style, very traditional foliage, fresh foliage wreaths for a number of years now. I've attended wreath workshops, I've made them at home with my family, I've made them for other people as well as for myself, and I essentially always try and find the time every Christmas to make my own wreath, just because I personally really enjoy doing it. I think they look really effective, and it is something really lovely to do to kind of get you into that festive spirit. Now, one of the things that I really love to do with this is to make it a bit of an event in itself, and do it with kind of friends or family. And ever since we moved into this house, I've had the dream of kind of hosting my own version of that here. I thought I would run through exactly what I've got here to make the wreath. You can have an absolute kind of mooch in your garden and find anything that you think might work. So over here, I've got kind of lots of kind of blue spruce. I picked up some conifer as well. I don't know if you can see this. I also purchased some mistletoe, and I purchased this because I thought this was just beautiful. This is, I think she said it's myrtle. It's got these beautiful dark berries on it as well. And then I have some dried hydrangeas over here. I dried these myself from bouquets I've had over the last couple of months. If you've seen some of my recent videos, I actually talk about how I tend to buy a lot of kind of those darker, earthier hydrangeas in the autumn season, let them dry out, and then I use them across Christmas and winter for kind of garlands and what have you. So those I've had for some time now, and then everything else I foraged from my garden. So just to give you a bit of an idea of things I've picked up, I have no idea what this is, but it's kind of anything that's essentially evergreen. So I've picked up some of this, whatever that is. I've got some ivy that I've picked out of the garden. I've got some bay tree, which are lovely because they've got these little bubbles on. Eucalyptus is an absolute staple at Christmas, right? And I'm very lucky enough to have a little bit in the garden. So I pulled off some eucalyptus. I've also picked up a lot of my lavender is very dead looking, but some of it actually in shadier areas are still quite alive looking, and it's got this lovely kind of almost white tone to it now. So I really love that. That's something to look out for in your garden, like looking for things that have varying tones of green, or have kind of just a little inflection of some kind of colour. I think is really, really cool.
As December progressed and the halls were decked, I migrated from my top floor office down to the dining room. Something about the twinkly lights at this time of year makes me want to soak in as much of the festivities as possible. We burned through a lot of logs this past month, as fires were lit daily to keep me warm while the heating was on pause until evening. And before we knew it, our first Christmas day was here, or Fomas Day as we begun affectionately calling it. We were hosting James's family for a pre-Christmas Christmas, and as always, I had put every last waking thought into the day. The menu, the music, the crackers, the presents, and of course, my personal hosting staple, the table. I'd inadvertently ended up with an acorn and oak theme this Christmas, so I carried this over to my table too, and made acorn place name holders from Christmas decorations. And then it was done. Ready for our guests and a special Christmas meal in our Victorian home.